Right, so that since I don't have access to Diablo PTR stuff, we do more MK videos. So sort of want to do a full guide on Reiko with Goro. And T1000 Goro might be a different day, but I've been, as you know, I've been exploring Goro with my characters because Goro is fun, right? He kind of fits what I want out of a cameo. I always have the option for safety, always have the option for combos. Like anyone's green. Like it just works anywhere at all times if I, make the effort for it for the execution. Whereas like Striker has his limitations, right? Scorpion has limitations. Like a lot of cameos that I like to use, like Janet, Tremor, whatever, they'll have limitations with the way the combos work for certain characters. Like Ghostface Tremor might be fun and like pretty good team, but I really don't like the way the combo structure works. It just feels weird. So I'm with Goro. So we have Big Boy at Goro. So okay, I did readjust my mic position because I felt my back was hurting. It's like a bad angle. So for Reiko with Goro, well, for starters, what do we get? Well, a little bit less health, but for Reiko, not a big deal because Reiko starts with 1050, so it's not a giant problem. What you do get though is some pretty cool looking combos. So you do have the low scoop, which is back cameo. The reason why this one's a big deal is because for Reiko, and a lot of people with Reiko will do this. Anytime they hear, or in side people's cases, they see the stand 3, stand 4-3, any of these kicks, back 3, any of these, they know that the follow-up's a high, right? There's no kick string that Reiko has that's a mid as a second hit, right? They're all duckable. The only one that can kind of get people is 4-3, because that doesn't have a gap enough for them to duck, so that one can kind of work, right? It's a high that jails. But everything other one, it's like, yeah, they can duck it, right? The problem is, for Reiko to be able to defend against that, he has to commit to the run or the stars, right? Run or stars, and preferably EX stars so they can't duck them, or just back into mid run or the raw slide, right? So he has to overcommit to like something really punishable. Except the stars are technically punishable on block, but it's such a tricky thing because of this pushback, right? But so Goro sort of fixes that problem because his low scoop, if they try and duck to poke out of the the duckable highs, Goro sort of fixes that because like stand 3 works, back 3 works, 4-3 I don't think works. No, unfortunately there's a weird like hit animation, so it doesn't work that well, but you can still pick up off 4-3-4 with the Goro punch, right? The timing's a bit tight. So you can get at least like 20-some%, right? Anyway, point is, so you do get follow-ups, you get wasted condition. And this also works the other way around because I'm pretty sure you can do this into the other... Yeah, you can do this into the blockable. Yeah, so if you do this... Yeah, so it's either this or the unblockable, and of course with the unblockable they might start getting antsy with pressure buttons, whatever they want to do. So anyway, so you also get links off the 1-2. Links, forward 1-2, does link, 2-1, links, right? I just have to confirm autos on because it drives me nuts. Anyway, so like the other one is that forward 1-2 does link. Now all these like frame trapping, so you have to, like you can't avoid the low grab. No, I'm sure they can poke, right? Let me just have him set as a... Playback trigger. Recording. Playback. Get up slash. Add button stop recording. So let me see if I set this correctly. Reversal. Reversal attack. On. Recording. Right, so stand 3 doesn't, or back 3 doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah, so they can poke on reaction and all that, but the potential for them, because the thing is, of course, if they poke, right, that's where Reiko can just be like, nope, I'm going to take my turn back and do whatever, right? But what's kind of fun about it is certain sequences, like stand 3 into... So let's see, stand 3 into stars, right? Forward 1-2 into stars. You can duck. Forward 1 stars. There we go. Okay, sorry. So I wanted to double test and double check a couple things, but so the point is, so Goro helps Reiko's pressure a good bit because you have. So I've smoke here set to reversal with a poke, right? So just a standard down one. Now the reason I'm doing this test is simple because of the stars being technically punishable, right? It's a bit easier to demonstrate at super close range. There we go. So if you do point blank button the stars, they will get poked, right? You'll get at least punished. It's a bit tighter depending on the button and like what the frames in the pushback. Look at this. I'm pressing forward one into because of the pushback, right? But depending on the button, you'll be able to do stuff like this. So if I press down 4 and EX stars, right? That literally, people are not allowed to do anything down 4 on hit or on block. If they block stars, it's, you know, safe because pushback. If they get hit by stars, it's still safe even if they block the stars EX. Like, you just cannot do anything to get out down 4 and stars, right? It's a guaranteed on hit or on block. What makes that nastier is because if you can do this right, so if I do this, if you get this right, boom. If you get, so in theory, if you get it right and they don't do anything, so let's see, block, all, duck. So I'm going to do the same setup here. Come on now. It is a bit tighter, but you can do that. There we go. So timing is tight, but you can do it. And that does... That's freaking Discord going off. Anyway, point is, so essentially what this will do is people have to respect, or at least they should respect, Goro on block. The other thing that is kind of nutty about all this is the fact that the back cameo is a legitimate grab. It is a grab launching thing that if they try to duck, or if they are crouch blocking or neutral ducking, if they are not standing, it will hit them. I'm seriously getting annoyed with my phone. There, just turning off the freaking talkback. Anyway, the point is, you can all just, you know, anything, and as long as they have the respect of Goro, which, you know, easier to say, easier to talk about than it actually happened, of course. But what's nastier is you can do stuff like this. So let's say forward 1 into Goro, and Goro's punch walk can always turn into the tick throw. Now, this is better or worse depending on your spacing and timing, but you can get follow-ups. It's pretty tricky. There you go, full 25 off a tick throw, essentially. Now, yes, Goro can be ducked. It's all highs, but that's the idea, is if you duck the high punches, right, the low grab's going to come get you. That's the idea. So the Goro is literally a grappler cameo, command grab cameo, right? And not only that, but again, the tick throw ideas of, like, 2-1 into the tick throw, because it's plus on block, that it's easier for him to tick off that. Stand 1-2 into the tick throw. Now, of course, you have to worry about gaps, of course, but it is kind of... Anyway, you have to worry about gaps a little bit, but it's kind of interesting because of the space you can call Goro. Goro will cover gaps. So even if it's a situation where, like, let's say I do a down 3 stars for whatever reason, down 3 stars, even if they poke me, the hurt box of the opponent will, like, be raised up so that Goro should clip them with his punches, and he'll be able to get a full combo. And depending on the space, if Goro's bringing them to Reiko, he can get a full conversion off them trying to just let go of block. Not only that, he gets a full combo off them blocking, right? Look at this. If you get it right. I think you can get the whole... sequence there. But I'll just settle for this, right? Come on now. You get the idea. You get a full combo. And this also works off the run. Right? In the run... So you get full combos off the run. But what's even cool about the run is, look at this, right? That is a clean 25% into a reset. A standing reset with Reiko and Goro. Like, here's the thing. You get resets with Striker and Janet, for example, right? But you're losing chunks of damage off the resets, right? You don't lose damage off here. Look at it. Watch this. Let me just set him to stop doing this. Let's have him auto. Right, the most realistic punish you're going to get is 1-2. Right, so do 1-2. Let's see, come on. You know, that's roughly 30%, maybe 34, 30, whatever it is, into a reset, right? And they gotta guess again. And of course, Goro having a 15% throw, you know, turns into just about 50% off 2 guesses. Now, can they armor? I'm sure they can, right? I tested it, and it's like, if they are frame perfect, they can armor out, sure. But you can't take away the fact that also the reset, it can lead into chip. You know, of course, you know, Ninja Stars, of course, that's the thing. And, you know, overhead, low, like, it'll add up pretty quick, especially if you can do this. All right, come on now. And that just is an extra 7%, 9%, whatever, whichever mix you want to go for. Not even mentioning, once you condition them enough, you can just dash into command grab, or dash into regular grab, or, you know, even like if you want to just pressure. Let's see here. Come on now. Let's just do the forward 1-2-4. That's easier. It's inescapable, extra little bit of chip. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it is a potential thing. And the other thing that you can do, of course, with the stars is just take the extra hit advantage. You can get combos off the stars. Boom, you get full damage. So you get combos with the stars, combos off the command grabs. Do you get combos off your armor as well? Not the highest damaging stuff, but you can get them. Not to mention, the other thing I really like too is this. So if you can get it right, your slide can be a meatless launcher. Come on now. It's pretty tight depending on your... So anyway, you get the idea. You can get pickups. Timing's tight. Timing is not super consistent, but you know, you can get it done. It's just a little tricky. There we go. I think I'm just messing up the buttons. There we go. So, there we go. Time is tight. But you can't get it down, right? I keep messing up here, but you get the idea. So, essentially, the thing with me for Goro, why I like him so much, is quite simply, he gets combos off every situation. Command grab, running grab. Come on now. Running grab, air grab. Regular throws, right? He gets combos off here. And then he also gets combos off the stars, which he can also use stars on block to like pressure sequence people with the punch walk or the low scoop grab. So essentially what this does is it just adds a little bit more mix to Reiko's kit, which he already has okay mix, right? His overhead's 9%, lows 7%. The overhead actually gets a combo with Goro. There we go. Into a reset, into Half-Life. So that's the thing, is like, so long as the Reiko player is managing their air combos sequences, so they always end with the air grab, they're able to just always reset. It is so weird. I don't know of another thing like this that can be as nasty, except like T1000 with Goro. Because Goro, like, because of him being a physical hit on regular strings or grounded specials, as well as airborne specials or strings like, you know, back 3-4, boom, combos, he just adds more hit advantage plus a bit of actual just regular flat health damage to any reset. So things like T1000's gunshots into Goro's Raise the Roof just adds more frame data for T1000 to move in and do more pressure, more jailing, right? Same idea for Reiko here. And Reiko has it a bit better than T1000 in my personal opinion, because Reiko not only has better mid-screen and full-screen presence, because he has just better range and the stars are actually more usable than the gunshots, to be honest. Gunshots are just slow, right? But Reiko also has, maybe not better Oki, but he has better ways of dealing with armor, with the 1-2 being fast enough to break a lot of armor. Like, this 1-2 is like stupidly fast, like 17 frame startup on just the first 2 hits. Not only that, giving someone like Reiko a full standing reset every time off their B&B, right? So let's just, in theory, right? In theory, 4-1-2. Right, in theory, you can do this. Let's see here. Like, that's 50%, that's just death, right? That's like, you're done. Like, just rest in peace. Again, yes, he has lesser health. Yes, Tremor probably pound for pound is better, probably more damage, more utility, better cooldowns, whatever. That's all fine and dandy, but for me personally, this is a refreshing engine base, giving the ability to just do stuff, right? Like Goro, I can actually do stuff anywhere on screen, right? Full screen, back to center. So boom, there you go. Literally almost, you know, clean like 25, 26, whatever that was, just from the opposite end of the screen for stars. Now, yes, will stars probably lose out to a trade? Sure. But even if you lose to a trade because your stars get destroyed, like the fact that Goro's just punching them from full screen and you can have the run cancel. This is the other thing, is the run cancel is a underrated, undersung hero with Reiko, because now you can run cancel, and the startup frames are not the fastest, but he moves pretty quick, right? I have him set to full screen, and like, he's just barely outside of back 3 range when he does the cancel at the fastest time. This also results in more pressure options because of the threat of the run, right? If the run cancel and then like, I don't know, this team is just so much more fun for me right now. I think it's because I played so much Reiko Tremor or Reiko Strike or whatever. Plus Goro is just fun to use, right? I've been using Goro with Ghostface and Omni-Man and T1000, and it's like, these characters, like T1000 is like the most fun version of T1000 with Goro. I don't care for him, Tremor, Janet, whatever, as much. With Goro, dude, like the idea that Goro can, like, T1000 can start a command grab into a reset with Goro for 30% and then do another mix after, that can be safe if used with Goro. So like, his overhead is safe, his low is safe. Either way, it is kind of nutty. And Yeah, man. The just the sheer utility of Goro plus Reiko Goro 10,000. Like just I don't know. It is a strong team in my personal opinion. I think Goro Reiko is. I think it's I really think this team, if mastered, has potential to be as strong as Tremor, Goro Tremor. Maybe not as optimal as far as cameo cooldown reduction, and maybe overall damage potential per combo, right? But I think just the fact that it's anywhere on screen, star potential, and you also get the standing reset anywhere as long as you can air grab them, right? As long as you can air grab them, like you will reset into damage. So even if you do something like this, come on now. And you get like shove stuff, right? I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with the team. Hope you guys enjoyed the bit of a breakdown. Like I said, for me, this has really shot up the fun list. So definitely enjoying it.